Hey, how's it going, folks? This is Hellbent and welcome to AutoHotkey Mini Tutorial number 12. In this one I'm going to show you how to use your clipboard to get the full file path to any file or folder that you want, and this is useful if you're using scripts that are including things, etc., etc. Actually, the first example we're going to be going over is a useful standalone script if you have a way of quickly launching it, such as a script like this. The second example that we're going to be doing actually will help you to perhaps create your own quick launch type program. So let's just jump into it. I'm just going to go ahead and set up my script with a few things. The first thing I'm going to do is single instance for, so it only runs once, and then I'm going to create a hotkey to exit out of the script. Okay, for this example I'm just going to be using a hotkey to launch most of the things, so I'm just going to create my hotkey, which I've chosen to be Q because it's convenient for me to be able to do multiple key presses that it's going to take to do this. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a while condition. So I'm going to say while key state, so as long as I haven't pressed the control key down, it's going to keep looping over and over again, and the thing it's going to be looping over and over again is just a simple tooltip that gives a prompt to the user what to do. Okay, so now that that's done out of the way, so assuming the person has now pressed the control key, we're just going to turn off the tooltip, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to send control C. So this will add whatever the file path is. Now, one of the weird things is that you can't do this just by pressing Control C yourself, because it won't grab the information, which is the purpose of the script. Now, sometimes when you grab something and put it into the clipboard, in order for you to actually access that, you have to give a little tiny bit of a delay, because in other words, sometimes it won't update properly. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to give a little tiny delay to make sure that everything gets added to the clipboard. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the contents of the clipboard and add it to a list. Now, for this first example, we're going to create a list of different files or folders, etc., etc., and then later on we're going to do it with just a single object or a single folder or file. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a variable that I'm going to call temp list, and I'm going to concatenate it with the contents of the clipboard each time I run over this script. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a GUI. Now, just in case I've already ran the script, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that that GUI gets destroyed each time I run it. So I'm going to destroy the GUI first, and then I'm going to set it to always on top. Next, I'm going to add a little edit box in it for us to display the contents of our list in it, so that way we have easy access and we can use it in scripting. So let's say if you're creating a program that you have images from all over your computer, files from all over your computer, right? You can't. It's not all in the directory, so you can't just use set directory. So this will allow you to collect all that information very quickly. The next thing we're going to do is just show the GUI, and then we are done. So we have enough here now to do an actual test. So let me go ahead and open up my File Explorer, and we will. We'll go to program files. We'll get some things from the program file. So I'm going to run this script. So the script should be running now. And to get it started, all I need to do is press Q. So I'm going to select, to begin with, I'm just going to select a couple of folders. I'm going to press Q. It gives me this tooltip that says select a folder and then press Control. So I'm going to select that and press Control. And then we see that we get it added to the first item in our list. I'm going to do that for a few more things. And of course we can do this for as many items as we want, or we can go into any subdirectory that we want as well. So that's that. Now, like I said, if you have a way of quickly launching this as a script, if you can launch it through something like this, this is convenient. You just, every time you need to find a file path or create a list of file paths, then you can just run this script, get that information, put it into your real script, and then exit out of this script. Now the second thing we're going to be looking at is how you can actually use these kind of things. So this program here, if you want to create something like your own, this is one of the steps of doing that. So this time, instead of creating a list, I'm going to get rid of it. I'm not going to concatenate it. Each time it runs over this, it's going to add it to that variable again, and I'm going to get rid of this new line break. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create another hotkey, and with this hotkey we're actually going to launch a program. So we're going to find a program with this, put that into that temporary variable, and then we're going to launch that program. So I'm going to use another hotkey, numberpad1, and I'm going to set it so that way it's going to try to run this program. If there's some kind of problem, it's not going to error our script out. So we're just going to try to run this program. If there's a problem, no problem. So we're going to run whatever we put into that temporary list. And then we are going to just return. Okay, so I think we have enough to run our program again. So let me just go ahead and save it, and we will have a test. So let's find a program to run. Let me go back to program files, because I want to pick a program that I can launch that's not going to take too long to load up. So maybe paint.net. So I'm going to press Q. The script is running, so I'm going to press Q to bring up our prompt, and then I'm going to select it and press Control, and now that's been added there. And if I press numberpad1, it should launch that program. And there we go. That's it. So that's how you do that. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button to keep these coming, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.